Hi, welcome to day 3 of the Healthy Cats Detox 5-day challenge. I'm Kim Staley and I help you to get the most out of your cat's 9 lives. So the topic for today is that unfortunate for cats, they are prone to a lot of health challenges because they're just very sensitive and delicate creatures and they have a lot of specific needs to help them be in thriving health. And you may have already experienced that with your own cats. You're probably aware that they have a very keen sense of smell, right? You've heard that. In fact, their sense of smell is 14 times stronger than ours. They have 20 million nerve cells in their nose compared to our 5 million. So if something smells strong to us, imagine that that is just overwhelming for your cat. And if something smells mild for us, it's probably pretty strong for them. So there's lots of toxins in our home environment. So if your cats live indoors, like most of mine do, it's been proven that the indoors environment is much more toxic than the outdoors. Have you heard that? Yeah, I mean, most of us probably have a lot of toxic things in our house that we're not even aware of, and we're not, knowingly doing this or purposely exposing our cats to it. But if you have carpeting or rugs, it's going to have a stain-resistant finish on it, most likely. Your furniture is going to have a flame retardant finish on it. And if you have any shelving units or storage cabinets that they're most likely made out of particle board, pressed particle board, which has formaldehyde in it. And all of these things have toxins in them, a very low level that's always being emitted off of it. And as well as like our clothing, or what I want to say is any household products that you're using on anything like your furniture or your countertops, cleaning out, your bathtub, your toilet, the stove, the top of the fridge, anywhere you're using any household cleaning products, your clothing and your bedding as well. Well, our cats are walking all over that, right? Um, they're probably walking on your counters and stoves when you're not looking or you're not home, unless you're using deterrents on them to keep your cats off. But they're on our bedding, they're on us, so they're being exposed to our clothing and any household cleaning products we're using on them to wash them, right? So they're picking up residue that's left behind by these household cleaning products, picking it up on their little feet, inhaling it, and then they're grooming themselves. So they're grooming using their feet, right, to groom their heads and their faces, and they're going to be ingesting this. And there's lots of things that we can do around the house to make the space much healthier and safer for our cats. There's what I call the 5 household offenders, and that is your plug-in air fresheners, your spray air fresheners, fabric softener, all-purpose cleaners, and bleach. But I'm going to just cover one of them today because I don't want to make this too long for you and make the video too long. So covering just the one. And the other 4 are going to be a bonus in the Healthy Cats Detox workshop. So what I'm going to cover today are plug-in air fresheners. And the reason that I choose this is because they are plugged in and they are continuously emitting toxic chemicals. Plug-in air fresheners contain what's called phthalates. And what phthalates do is they carry and disperse the fragrance. And these plug-ins leave a very fine, thin, oily residue on the floor or any furniture that you have around it that your cat most likely is walking over. The phthalates also are being absorbed through the mucous membranes in your nose and your cat's nose. So they're actually really toxic and bad for not only your cats but for you. Phthalates, they are linked to hormonal imbalance, reproductive problems, and cancer. That is what's so bad about phthalates in those plug-in air fresheners. So if you are using them You want to get rid of those. Please, as soon as you finish watching this video, go and unplug them and throw them away. Or if you don't want to waste them, give them to somebody who isn't concerned about their health, and certainly someone who doesn't have any pets. Oh, but really, they should just go in the trash. Now, as far as alternatives, what I do, well, first of all, you can use like baking soda in the bottom of your trash can bag. You can throw your trash out more often so you don't have that odor in the house. Having your windows open to get some fresh air in from outside, because again, the indoors air is much more toxic than the outdoor. Now, of course, in the summer when it's hot, you got your AC on, you're going to want your windows closed. But in the evening when it cools off, get your windows open and get some fresh air in the house. And then in the winter, it's too cold at night. Well, during the day when the sun is out, get them cracked open and get some fresh air in your house. The other thing that I like to do is make my own air freshener with this spray mist atomizer here. This is an aluminum bottle with a pump spray like that, and you can get this at the health food store or any drugstore, and a plastic bottle would be fine as well. And then I use essential oil of peppermint. Peppermint is very, very refreshing, and it really does help with the odor. I think it's one of the best essential oils to neutralize odor and clean the air. Now, I don't advocate regular heavy use of essential oils around cats, because cats, like I was saying earlier, they're very unique creatures with all these unique needs. Unlike other mammals and humans, they lack a lot of different enzymes to process toxins in their environment. And they do happen to lack an enzyme that will process certain compounds in essential oils. So you wouldn't want to be using it, in my opinion, from my research that I've done, you wouldn't want to be using like a plug-in for essential oils that's emitting it constantly, or one of those mist atomizers that are really popular now, the little units you fill with water. You put a few drops of essential oil in them. Some of them, though, the companies sell fragrance oils, which are synthetic, and you definitely want to avoid synthetic fragrances. But pure essential oils are very healthy, except for using them on a regular, continuous basis around cats may not be such a good thing. So I do advise against that. But, you know, spraying every now and then around the house, just don't spray right over your cat with it. And this, I keep this in the bathroom because, you know, sometimes we need to freshen the air in the bathroom, right? So I'll go a little bit more detail about that in the handout that you get in the email for joining the challenge. And again, remember the other 4 household offenders: the air fresheners, spray air fresheners, the fabric softener, bleach, and the all-purpose cleaners are a bonus in the Healthy Cats Detox Workshop. Now, if you don't have plugins, you're not using them already, then kudos to you. So you're going to need something else to do for the challenge for today. You can go with, if you use spray air fresheners, then you can use that as part of your assignment for the challenge today. But what you're going to do is take a picture of yourself unplugging your plug-in, or a picture of you throwing it in the trash. And if you don't want to be in the picture, then just a picture of your hand with the plug-in. And if you don't have plug-ins, then you can just get rid of that can of toxic air freshener and take a picture of you throwing that in the trash can. Okay, so that is it for today. Just to mention that if you don't have plugins and you're going to get rid of your spray air freshener, the sprays also contain phthalates and another very, very toxic chemical 1,4 dichlorobenzene, I think is what it is. And that will be in your handout too that you get an email. Post by 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to be eligible for the grand prize, free entry into the workshop. And I'm going to have a surprise prize coming up, like a runners-up prize that I'm going to mention maybe tomorrow on day 4. Yeah, I've come up with another prize. So we're going to have a runner-up prize and a grand prize, and you are going to love this, and I can't wait to share it with you, but I'm not going to tell you yet. So that's it for today, and I will see you tomorrow on day 4 of the challenge. Okay? Post your photos by 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and put a little comment in there as to what you're doing. Hey, and if you don't use plugins at all and you're not using any toxic spray air fresheners, then just go ahead and post that you don't use them already and that you're good to go on that. All right, thanks, and see you tomorrow. Goodbye.